Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Rapid City Real Estate News. Sorry I'm a day late here today. Had a lot of stuff going on, so couldn't get to it yesterday. But I want to give you guys an update on what's been going on. So let's get into it. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Morrison. I am a local real estate agent here in the Rapid City, Black Hills area. I've been doing this show, Rapid City Real Estate News, just to help everybody keep updated on what's happening in the real estate market here. I think real estate is one of the most talked about topics, so just want to eliminate all the misinformation as much as possible and give you exact numbers and details of what's happening. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, call me, text me, email me. All my info is below in the video. All right, now that's out of the way. Let's talk about what's been happening the last couple weeks in the market. Not much has changed as far as the market being busy. It's definitely still as busy as it's been for a while. We have, still people from out of state moving into here from all over, not just one area, from all over. A lot of locals getting on the market. And coming up, I think what's going to happen in the next couple months, there's going to be a lot more on the market to choose from. There's already been a little bit of a trickle of stuff coming on. And stuff coming on in lower price points, which is nice to see. For a while there, it was like nothing was on the market for less than $350,000, $400,000. It was all that kind of price point. And over the last couple weeks, I've seen stuff trickle on for the sub $300,000 range, $210,000 to $275,000. So that's good to see that stuff coming back on. For those of you who are not in the $350,000 plus price range, nice to have something to buy and something to look at. So I can foresee a lot of that keeping to come up for a while those prices are still possible. I think if this market continues it for any length of time, it's $300,000 is going to be the minimum for sure. It already almost is, honestly. But I think that will continue to be the case. Now, let's talk about a little bit about numbers, and then at the end of this, we're going to jump into what's been happening nationally and kind of what the professionals or the smart people are saying is going to happen in the future. So we'll get into that at the end here. So starting off with numbers, last week 32 new houses hit the market, which is about normal for the last few months. Median price of $319,450. So that number is way lower than normal. It's like $70,000 less than normal. So that's what I was saying. That lower price point is starting to come into play a little bit. Median price $319,450. 14 of those 32 are already under contract. Means they have an accepted offer. 18 houses sold, so actually closed, with a median list price of $362,500 and a median sold price of $367,500. So only about a $5,000 difference, which is actually pretty low. Some of that is stuff that closed that was under contract at the beginning of January or mid-January, so it hasn't caught up to the current market. So I think that number will start to go up in the next few weeks when we see stuff that is closed for more recent deals. I think that gap will get a little wider. Maybe not by much, but probably 10 to 15 grand. All right, so we got 65 total active houses still on the market right now. Median price $349,900, so about $350 on the median price there. Average days on the market or until offer is accepted is 4 days. So that's gone up a little bit, shockingly. Today's interest rates are 3.94%. All right. Now let's talk about the interest rates a little bit. It's a big topic of discussion here. 3.94%. They're projected to go up to like 5.5% by the end of the year, which in the scheme of things over the last 50, 60, 70 years, it's actually still a low interest rate. It does affect your buying power in a pretty big way. So something to consider. And I think a lot of the push happening right now is partly because of that, because the interest rate is still so low. And I think that's for sure going to go up to the 5.5 range if I had to guess within the next few months, 6 months or so. So yeah, there's the numbers. Those numbers are pretty much on par with what we've seen the last couple months, as you probably remember. So nothing crazy there except for the lower price point houses coming into play a little bit. Now let's talk about the national scale of things. There was actually a study I was reading from Gary Keller, who's actually the founder of Keller Williams, which is the brokerage that I'm in, but he's in the national scale of it, not locally here, obviously. And they were saying the trend line, maybe I'll throw the picture in here if I can find it, the trend line for home prices in the U.S. and they were using an average appreciation of 4% per year. Because of the dips in prices after the 08-09, that actually we're on par right now nationally with housing prices to what they should be. It's what they should have been anyways. I think we're like slightly above it. But it was kind of interesting to hear that perspective of actually things are not overpriced. They've just been underpriced for a long time. And I think that could be the case. I kind of agree with it. However, I think if this continues, it's obviously everything's still going to be overpriced. I think we're still at a point now where things are still affordable. You can still afford to buy a house. But there's a lot of stuff out there that people say are affecting the housing market, whether that be like institutional buyers buying up a bunch of stuff and reselling it for more money, which has happened and has happened here as well. Not a ton of them, but 10, 20 houses in the Black Hills that has happened with. They say people are saying that's affecting the markets, but definitely there's a migration, people shifting around. Obviously, that's changing the market a lot. I'm definitely hoping that the market does not continue this way and that it'll slow down. But I definitely don't think it'll slow down anytime this year. Maybe slightly at the end of the year, just kind of like it did last year. It's easier to get into something. But as far as prices go, I don't see that going down anytime soon. I do see the amount that we're going up per year slowing down for sure. If it doesn't, it's just not sustainable. But I definitely see that going down because last year we were about 20% here locally, and I see that going down to the 7 to 10 range, which is what it's been for a while. I could see that going down to that for sure, and I hope it does. A lot of areas nationally are seeing a drop in the price increases and the people going there. The other places that are kind of like us, more like conservative areas that people are flocking to, they are not seeing a slowdown, but some bigger cities are starting to see slowdowns that they haven't seen in a couple of years. So those are starting to slow down, and it could trickle into us in the next couple of years. Hopefully it will. But with the base expansion and things like that, I don't see it happening quickly, but it may happen in the next few years. Again, with that, I don't think the prices are going to come down from that, but I think the increases will slow. That's what I think will happen, and that's what everybody that's smarter than me is talking about as well. So yeah, that gives us a good kind of thought on what's going to happen. Hopefully you got some info that you didn't have before. So things are continuing. If you're one of those buyers or sellers in that sub $500,000 price range, really good time to be in the market for those type of things compared to what it's been in the past. So if you have questions on that, or if you're any type of buyer or seller in the area that has any questions, you want to check what your property's worth because pricing it is tough right now for sure. Or if you have questions, you want to buy something, you want to figure out how to negotiate, how to navigate this market, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help any way that I can. Shoot me a call, shoot me a text, message me on wherever you're watching this on, and I'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.